What if Anakin went to Mace Windu about his dreams of Padme dying? We all remember in Revenge of the Sith that Anakin went to the quarters of Master Yoda after his dreams of Padme dying, as Yoda told Anakin,
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
After this, Anakin really never received the guidance he was needing to overcome these dreams. Now, what if Anakin went straight to Mace Windu instead of Master Yoda? As the Grandmaster had already left for Kashyyyk and Obi-Wan Kenobi had already left to go chase down Grievous and Utapau. Anakin walks into the quarters of Mace Windu. The tension in the room was already noticeable, but Anakin had no one else to go to find the answers for these visions. Mace Windu greets Skywalker by saying, General Skywalker, what troubles you? Anakin sits in front of the Jedi Master and says, I need your guidance, Master. There's something you need to know. Mace Windu stood up and rested the palm of his hand on Anakin's shoulder and says to Anakin, I can sense the conflict within you, Skywalker. Your visions, I can see them inside your mind. Anakin responds with, Yes, my master, just like the ones I had about my mother before she died. Mace responds, The Force can show us many different possibilities, Anakin. Your fear of loss will lead you down a path of darkness. Anakin looks up and says, I can't accept these visions, Master. There must be another way. Mace Windu quickly responds back, You came to me for guidance. It is time that I teach you to control your fear of loss. You must learn to channel these emotions without letting it consume you. It's time to begin your training. The two of them move into a training room as they ignite both of their sabers. Mace Windu tells Skywalker, the pod is not just any lightsaber form. It is a state of mind, allowing the practitioner to walk on the edge of darkness without falling off. As Mace Windu lunges towards Anakin with swift and controlled strikes, forcing Anakin to quickly defend these attacks. The impact of these two sabers brings Anakin down to his knees. As Mace Windu takes a few steps back, he says to Skywalker, the pod channels the opponent's darkness to use it against them. It requires complete mastery of oneself, or it will consume you. Anakin gets back up and lunges towards Mace Windu. Their sabers clash in rapid succession, a storm of force energy swarming all around them. Mace Windu commands Skywalker to control that storm that grows inside him. If you can't, the dark side will, and everything that you have loved will forever be lost. Anakin, very flustered, says, What if I can't control the storm, Master? Mace Windu quickly responds with, Then failed you already have. Now, Skywalker, again, as Anakin allowing his instincts to take over, to guide him to match Windu's speed. For the first time, Mace Windu notices that Anakin is showing balance. He is no longer being aggressive in channeling his emotions to make precise moves. As Anakin then force pulls Windu's lightsaber out of his hand, Anakin, astonished at what he was able to do, he had never felt like this before. He had truly let the Force control his instincts and balance his dark thoughts. Mace Windu says, This was the first of many lessons to follow, Skywalker. However, if we are going to work together to discover the identity of this Sith Lord, I need to know you can master your emotions. Anakin responds, I just showed you that I can control my emotions. Windu responds with, The Sith Lord knows your potential, Anakin, and your weaknesses. He will no doubt exploit those weaknesses to his advantage. I need to know that you will be able to control your feelings. To do this, we must go to where your fears all started. on Tatooine. The next day, Anakin takes Mace Windu to his empty house where he grew up in on Tatooine. As Anakin walks into the house, he works on controlling his emotions as he moves from room to room. All the memories of growing up here and having dinner with his mother, going into his room, working on his own protocol droid as he loved fixing stuff. Mace Windu observes the body language of Skywalker as he can see the conflict between the light and dark, as Anakin is able to stay balanced and focus on the task at hand. With that, Mace Windu says to Skywalker, "This was your final test. The dark side will call to you in your weakest moments. Today you have proven to yourself that you can no doubt answer back." As Anakin bows his head to Mace Windu, they both turn to watch the sunset and the twin suns of Tatooine. They leave to go back to Coruscant, where Anakin will continue to spy on the Chancellor. This is where Palpatine reveals to Anakin to be the Sith Lord and confirms the Jedi Council's suspicions. Anakin brings this news to Mace Windu, just as we see in the movie. However, this time, Mace Windu trusts Anakin enough to join him on this mission to go arrest the Chancellor. They make their way to Palpatine's office and ignite their sabers towards Palpatine. As Palpatine leaps out of his chair, igniting the saber underneath his cloak. The speed of Sidious blinds Agen Kolar and Sazi 10 in seconds of their duel, with Kit Fisto following seconds later. Anakin, struggling to keep up, had never seen such speed and quickness, igniting his saber just in the nick of time to block the attack from Sidious. As their duel now moves into the hall, Sidious force pushes Windu down the hall as Sidious and Anakin's sabers lock on. Sidious tells Anakin, "The Jedi had failed you, Skywalker. We could end this war right now." Anakin's skills in Vapod have completed him, no longer letting his emotions affect his judgment. Anakin responds with, "It is not the Jedi that have failed, it is you. You have been behind everything, including Padme's assassination attempts." Sidious laughs and says, "I only did it all to see you now. Your powers in the dark side are nearly complete." As Mace Windu joins back in the fight, as blue, red, and purple colors light up the hallway, the two Jedi in sync coordinate their attacks and counter movements, channeling the dark side and sending it back onto Sidious. Mace Windu is able to make a precise strike to slice through the lightsaber, splitting the hilt in half. As Sidious unleashes a powerful force lightning attack, so deadly that the lightning ricochets off of Anakin's saber and onto his mechanical hand. The wires inside his metal hand are being torn apart piece by piece. Anakin is forced to deactivate his lightsaber as the force lightning ricochets off of him and pushes him into the wall. As Sidious turns his attention to Mace Windu, unleashing the full power of the dark side. Mace Windu's blade begins to bend backwards, the lightning bouncing off of the blade to strike Mace Windu in the face as it begins to scar his vision. Sidious stops the lightning as Sidious reveals his second lightsaber has been hidden this entire time and lunges towards Mace Windu. However, before Sidious could strike down, he sees a blue blade piercing right through his chest. He falls down to the floor with Anakin Skywalker standing over him, overcoming the darkness to bring balance to the Force. A few days go by as the Jedi have learned about Darth Sidious and Palpatine taking this information to the Senate. With all the receipts found of him funding the Trade Federation for the invasion of his home planet of Naboo, Anakin goes to Polis Massa with his wife Padme as he gets his metal hand repaired while she gives birth to two healthy babies. Luke and Leia as Obi-Wan watches over Anakin with his new family excited for what their future holds.